Your boy Bryan Karp here, the sales giant. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about willing things into your life. You gotta think positive. Whatever you think ends up coming true. And I really, really believe that. But my wife Jessica may not have believed that when she first met me. So this is the story of Sebastian. Jessica wanted another dog. We already have one dog named Madison, and I said, Jess, listen, we already have a bunch of rental houses. I work 90 hours a week, and why do we need another dog? But she really wanted another dog. And I said no, and we went back and forth for a few weeks like a husband and wife do. And I put my foot down, I just said, it's just too much. Long story short, maybe a month after our conversation, this little black Boston Terrier shows up in my front yard. My wife, being the dog lover, runs out, grabs this dog, looks at its collar. And you know, Boston Terriers aren't just dogs that just walk around. It's not like it's a stray dog. These are expensive show dogs. So basically, my wife picks up this dog and like, oh my God, what is he doing here? So grabs my son Brody, they drive to the closest animal shelter, and they find out the dog's owner is about 3 blocks away from us. So my wife says, please call the owner. They're gonna be heartbroken. I know this is like a child for them probably. Tell them to pick the dog up. And tell the woman to call me, and gave her number. A day goes by, my wife doesn't hear anything from anyone. 2 days, nothing. And then 2.5 weeks later, the Boston Terrier, Sebastian, shows up in my front yard again. Now my wife's livid. She runs outside, she grabs the dog. They drive to the vet, they're all upset. They run back into the vet and they say, this Boston Terrier's back on my front lawn, what happened? And the woman's like, well, we gave it back to the person. So my wife's upset now, and she says, I'm taking the dog home, tell the person to call me. So my wife goes home an hour later. She's assuming this woman's gonna call her right away. No phone calls. 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days go by. My wife finally gets a phone call from this woman who says she lives a few blocks away. She's going through a terrible divorce. She's in a bad financial position, and she can't afford the dog anymore. She thinks it would be better off with us. So now me, someone who all I talk about is willing things into your life. I've willed this real estate business. I created this real estate business in my mind. I created our rental portfolio in our mind. I created my success in my mind first. How could I say no to her when she willed this dog into our lives?